Okay, the topic for today is how to not give up when everything else is going wrong. If you have reached the end of your rope, if you feel like there's nothing else that you can do, you feel stuck, you feel trapped, I've been there. And I will share a little bit of my story with you. But what I will also share with you is the hope, the encouragement that you've got this. You can keep moving forward. Even if you're feeling like you're empty, like there's nothing else to give, you can keep moving forward. You can fulfill your calling, your mission in life. You can get unstuck. So anyway, join me for today's show. Let me share with you a story that hopefully will help you along your way. Hey, thank you so much for joining me with the story now, with the show. Sorry, I'm thinking stories. I'm thinking, how can I share my story in a true and authentic way? Now, if you've been paying attention to this show regularly, I created 160 different episodes every single day, working to build an audience. And you know what? I haven't built a huge audience. I've got some people that are tuning in, but you know how you sometimes get caught up in that lie that you need to have a lot of people in order to be successful? That's the lie I was caught up in. And I was caught up in that, but I was also caught up in the reality. And again, I put air quotes on that because we're talking about how to shift realities in this show as well. But I was caught up in this reality of running out of money, running out of energy, running out of anything inside that can help others. And so after doing 160 different episodes, I quit. I gave up. And I do believe in quitting. And I know that sounds kind of weird, kind of odd. But I do believe in being a temporary quitter, in taking time off to let go of things, to make sure that you don't feel like a victim of your circumstances, that you don't feel like a victim of whatever goal it is you're looking to do. So often we will allow ourselves to feel like the victim because, you know, we have this goal, we have this thing, and then eventually this thing has us. So that's where I was. I quit for a couple of weeks, and then I want to share with you what happened this last week that helped kick me in the butt to come back and to record stories that hopefully will help you. I was at a meeting. It's a National Speakers Association meeting. They're called the NSA, and they're not those people that are listening in on the other end of your cell phone. But there was a speaker there, Paul Jenkins, Dr. Paul Jenkins. He's been on my show. I've been on his show a few times. Fantastic guy. Check out his stuff on his channel. He has also been producing work, and he was discouraged, and he showed me what it looks like, how you go for so long before you start getting a lot of eyeballs on there. But he pointed out a few things. The very first thing he said was, it's not about you. He was talking to me specifically, I'm sure. Saying it's not about you. And then he went on to elaborate that. One of the things that he shared was there was a doctor that he had heard speak, and the doctor was boots on the ground right after, I can't remember which hurricane, but he was on some tropical islands, and things were not looking good. And the doctor talked about the things that were most discouraging was the unnecessary death. And he wasn't talking about that all these people died because this hurricane came, because you kind of expect that. But what he said was this unnecessary death, because just off of the coast were all these boats with huge shipments full of aid, full of food, full of water, full of resources these people needed to survive. And yet there wasn't the distribution channel there so that they could actually get to the people in need. And then he looked at everyone in the room and he said, you have, in your head, you have all this valuable knowledge that can help save lives, that can help other people, and you need to share that. You have the distribution channel. You have YouTube, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have all of these networks that allow you to broadcast your message and get it out there to those who need it most. So that hit me really hard. Here I was wallowing in my own financial woes that obviously I have not figured out the stuff that I'm teaching and that I'm sharing on this show. I haven't figured out enough to really make the financial aspect work in my life. I've figured out a whole bunch of other things. I know it works. I know I can get there eventually, but right now I'm not there. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't work, but it means that I haven't yet cracked the code in getting that all the way into my heart in a way that works consistently for me. So anyway, what I'm sharing with you is I'm a guy that hasn't figured it all out, but I'm willing to stand up and share my stories, as imperfect as they are, as imperfect as I am, because I feel this is my calling, my mission, my purpose. What is your purpose? What is your mission? What is your calling? What are you here to do? Oh man, I just today, and I'm not sure if this interview will, I don't know which will come first, but today I interviewed a woman named Carrie. Oh, camera's losing it. A woman named Carrie, she's going to be on the show really shortly, and she shared with me this amazing thing that we actually think with our hearts, and we have neural pathways in our hearts. But the other thing that she pointed out was that when on day one from conception, the very first organ that is created is your heart. And in your heart, you can find your purpose, you can find your mission, your calling. If you learn to listen to your heart, you can find that. So whatever your calling, whatever your mission, whatever your purpose in life is, I hope you listen to your heart, that you find that, and that you have the courage to follow it, even when things are going really bad, even when things don't look great, I hope you have the courage to keep going. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to let you know kind of why I haven't been consistent this last little bit on producing these episodes. We've got some amazing stuff coming up. Leslie Householder, oh wow. I mean, this just amazing woman that has kind of opened my eyes to that my purpose is maybe born with me, and that maybe that's why we feel so inclined to really seek our purpose and fulfill that in whatever aspect that is, for you, for me, for all of us. We're in this together. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure you hit subscribe. If this message you think will hit or resonate with somebody that you love and that you care about, make sure you send it on to them. And if you think that I have some more things that can be of value to you, make sure you hit subscribe. Happy to share what I learn along the way. What are your thoughts? You've had time to think. Now it's time for you to share. In the comments section below, share your thoughts, ideas, and questions, especially any insights that inspired you to take action. Of course, the best place to take action is at scottwilhite.com, because if you join me for a free web class, I will reward you with a purpose planner so you can start each day with confidence, clarity, and conviction. Your identity is your most valuable possession. It's who you are, why you're here, and what you stand for. Choose your beliefs and pick your identity. It is choice, not chance, that determines your reality. See you next time.